The aftermath was quiet, almost anticlimactic. News of the alien fleet's disappearance spread slowly, carefully managed by global governments. No panic, no celebration, just a calm acknowledgement of something extraordinary. Jai Park and her team returned to their research facilities, treating the event like another day at work. No interviews, no media attention, just continued scientific exploration. Some Kim received quiet commendations from military leadership. His strategic planning had saved the planet without traditional warfare. He understood the true victory was not in destruction, but in preventing conflict. Global communication networks began receiving fragmented transmissions from alien civilizations, whispers of a species that had done the impossible. Humans had not just defended themselves, they had demonstrated technological capabilities beyond current galactic understanding. Alien diplomatic channels became nervous. If humans could make an entire invasion fleet vanish, what else could they do? The quantum displacement technology suggested capabilities far beyond what anyone had imagined. The remaining Soraxian leadership tried to understand what had happened. Their most advanced fleet, gone in moments. No explanation, no trace, just complete disappearance. Their intelligence reports suggested humans were more dangerous than previously believed. Not through military might, but through unexpected scientific innovation. Earth's scientific community celebrated quietly. They had proven that innovation, collaboration, and unexpected thinking could overcome traditional threats. He Choi continued refining the quantum displacement technology. What worked once could be improved, developed further, refined into something even more extraordinary. The quantum research team knew they had changed everything, not just for Earth, but for humanity's position in the universe. No longer would humans be seen as a primitive species. They were now a civilization to be respected, feared, understood. The message was clear: do not underestimate humanity. Alien civilizations began studying human technological developments with new respect. What other surprises might this young species have? Governments around the world started investing even more in scientific research. If humans could develop quantum displacement technology, what else was possible? The event remained classified. Most humans would never know how close they came to total destruction, how a small team of scientists and military strategists had saved the planet. Jay Park returned to her research, already thinking about the next breakthrough. The quantum displacement was just the beginning. Some Kim continued training the next generation of strategic thinkers, preparing for potential future threats. He Choi's mathematical models suggested even more extraordinary possibilities. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, not through traditional means, but through pure, unexpected innovation. The universe would never be the same, and Earth stood ready, waiting, watching, preparing. The first contact was complete. The message was sent. Humanity was here, and they were not to be underestimated. The massive alien ship loomed over Earth, its metallic surface reflecting the distant sunlight like a cold, unblinking eye. Commander Coral Vex sat in his command chair, watching the blue planet with a mixture of contempt and calculation. His species, the Hexaraxians, had spent decades studying humans, a species they considered primitive and insignificant. Jay Park stood in the underground research facility, her fingers moving quickly across holographic screens. She was different from most scientists, calm, focused, with a quiet intensity that masked the brilliant mind working beneath her surface. Around her, a team of researchers watched the alien transmission with a strange mix of tension and anticipation. The alien communication was direct and brutal. 30 solar cycles, Earth's equivalent of days, to surrender completely. Total submission or total destruction. The message was clear, the threat absolute. Most human governments panicked. Military leaders argued. Diplomats trembled. But not everyone. In a small conference room deep beneath the United Nations headquarters, a group of scientists and military strategists gathered. Sum Kim, a former Special Forces commander turned strategic advisor, looked around the room. Nobody spoke for several long minutes. They think we're weak, J. Park said suddenly, breaking the silence. Her voice was soft, but carried a strange certainty. Sung Kim nodded. He had seen that look before, the look of someone who knew something others didn't. What do you have in mind? The quantum research team had been working on something extraordinary, a technology so advanced that it existed more in theoretical mathematics than in practical engineering. A way to manipulate quantum entanglement that could potentially relocate entire massive objects, like spacecraft, instantaneously. No one had believed it was possible, except Jay and her team. The alien ship continued its silent vigil above Earth. Commander Vex reviewed human communication channels, searching for signs of fear or surrender. Instead, he found something unexpected, a calm, almost mathematical preparation happening across the planet. Human military bases were activating. Research facilities were going into lockdown. Communication networks were being reinforced, but there was no panic, no terror, just a cold, calculated response. He Choi, the lead quantum researcher, ran final simulations. Mathematical equations danced across screens, showing probability models that seemed to defy traditional physics. What they were planning was beyond a weapon. It was a complete reimagining of spatial manipulation. "We have one chance," he whispered to her team. Her hands moved across quantum modeling computers, each calculation bringing them closer to something unprecedented. Commander Vex didn't know it yet, but humanity was preparing a response that would change galactic history forever. The alien fleet believed they were bringing destruction. They didn't realize they were about to become a lesson in human innovation, a lesson in unexpected capabilities, a lesson that would echo through alien civilizations for generations. The countdown had begun, 30 solar cycles that would determine humanity's fate. But some people, like Ja Park, Sung Kim, and Hee Choi, already knew the outcome. Humans were not going to surrender. They were going to fight. And they were going to win, in ways no one could predict. Outside, the alien ship continued its silent watch over Earth, unaware that every moment, every calculation, every preparation was bringing it closer to a fate it could never imagine. The first contact was about to become something entirely unexpected. In the weeks following the alien ultimatum, humanity transformed. Every research facility, every hidden laboratory, every secret government bunker became a hub of intense activity. The world had stopped pretending to be divided. Now, they were united by a single purpose: survival. Ja Park's quantum research team worked in shifts that never seemed to end. Computers hummed with complex calculations, running simulations that pushed the boundaries of known physics. They were developing something that had never existed before, a quantum displacement technology that could move massive objects across space without traditional propulsion. Sung Kim coordinated military preparations with a precision that surprised even his most experienced colleagues. He understood that this wasn't just about fighting. It was about outsmarting an enemy that considered humans fundamentally inferior. In a hidden facility beneath the Andes Mountains, Hee Choi's team made a breakthrough. They discovered a way to create quantum entanglement fields that could simultaneously relocate multiple large objects. What seemed like science fiction was becoming a practical weapon. Global communication networks transformed. Satellites were reconfigured. Underground communication systems were established. Every major city became a potential node in a massive, interconnected defense network. Scientists who had previously competed now shared research instantaneously. Quantum physicists worked alongside military strategists. Engineers collaborated with mathematicians. The traditional boundaries of human cooperation dissolved. Governments redirected massive resources. Trillions of dollars were invested in research that most people would never understand. Military budgets expanded. Research grants multiplied. Every brilliant mind was recruited. Every crazy idea was considered. The alien ship continued to watch, believing humans were preparing for conventional resistance. They didn't realize that humanity was preparing something completely unexpected. Jay's team developed a system that could create quantum displacement fields. In simple terms, they could make entire spacecraft disappear, not destroyed, but relocated to random, potentially uninhabitable regions of space. It was more than a weapon. It was a complete reimagining of spatial manipulation. Some Kim's military strategies focused on one principle: make the enemy underestimate humanity. They leaked false information, created decoy research facilities, and maintained a calm exterior that masked their true capabilities. HFY's mathematical models showed something extraordinary. With their quantum technology, they could potentially move entire alien fleets without firing a single traditional weapon. No explosions, no direct conflict, just instantaneous relocation. The preparation happened in silence. No major news reports, no public panic, just a calm, calculated global response that would change everything. As the countdown continued, humanity prepared its most sophisticated response. Not a declaration of war, not a traditional defense, but a demonstration of capabilities that would shock the universe. The alien ship continued its watch, unaware that every passing moment brought it closer to a fate it could never predict. Humanity was ready. Humanity was waiting. And humanity was about to show the universe exactly what it was capable of doing. The preparation was almost complete. The final day arrived with an eerie calm. Commander Coral Vex watched Earth from his ship's main viewing deck, expecting complete surrender or total destruction. His fleet of 10,000 warships surrounded the planet, a massive technological ring of metal and advanced weaponry. Earth's communications center sent a simple message: "We accept your terms." Those 5 words made Vex pause. Something felt different. Not weakness, not fear, something else entirely. Sun Kim stood in the underground command center, his hand resting lightly on a single quantum activation switch. Judd Park and HFY sat nearby, their faces calm and focused. Years of preparation had led to this moment. The alien fleet began their invasion sequence. Thousands of ships activated weapon systems. Massive energy signatures charged across their hulls. Each vessel believed in its absolute superiority. Humanity was nothing more than a primitive species about to be erased. But they were wrong. As the first wave of alien ships entered Earth's atmosphere, something strange happened. The ships didn't encounter resistance. No missiles, no energy weapons, no defensive systems. Just silence. Commander Vex watched his tactical screens. Something was happening. But what? Then it began. One ship disappeared, then another, then 10, then 100. Not destroyed, not damaged. Simply gone. Relocated to random, hostile regions of space where survival was impossible. The quantum displacement field worked perfectly. Jay's calculations were precise. Each ship was sent to a different location, some near burning stars, some in empty regions with no resources, some in areas with extreme radiation. Within minutes, 90% of the alien invasion fleet had vanished. Vex couldn't believe what he was seeing. Thousands of ships, gone, just like that. Sun Kim pressed the final activation button. The last ships would now be relocated. Transmission complete, HFY announced quietly. The remaining alien leadership would receive a final message from Earth. Consider this a warning. We are not your prey. Humanity had arrived on the galactic stage, not through violence, not through traditional warfare, but through superior technology and unexpected strategy. The universe would never be the same. In that moment, everything changed. Humanity was no longer just another species. They were a force to be recognized, a civilization that could make entire invasion fleets disappear with a simple technological solution. No bloodshed, no traditional conflict, just pure, calculated intelligence. The quantum displacement had worked perfectly. The alien threat was neutralized, and Earth remained untouched. The vanishing happened in stages, each moment more bizarre than the last. Alien ships that moments ago seemed invincible now found themselves in nightmare scenarios of survival. One battlecruiser materialized near a burning red giant star. Temperatures outside reached millions of degrees. Crew members watched in horror as their ship's protective shields rapidly deteriorated. Communication systems failed. Survival became impossible within minutes. Another vessel appeared in a dense asteroid field, massive space rocks continuously bombarding its hull. Rapid impacts destroyed critical systems faster than the crew could respond. Emergency protocols meant nothing in this random, chaotic environment. Some ships landed in regions of space with extreme radiation levels. Electronic systems fried instantly. Life support collapsed. Crew members experienced terrible, painful deaths as radiation consumed their biological systems. Commander Coral Vex's personal flagship found itself in the coldest, most empty region of space imaginable. No stars, no resources, no possibility of rescue. Just infinite, crushing darkness. Quantum displacement had transformed each ship into an isolated tomb. No communication, no coordination, no hope. The Xeraxian technological superiority meant nothing against a scientific principle they couldn't comprehend. Humanity had turned their invasion into a massive, planet-wide magic trick. J. Park watched the data streams, her calculations proving perfectly accurate. Each ship relocated precisely as predicted. No traditional weapon fired. No direct conflict engaged. Total relocation complete, Hee Choi announced, her voice calm and steady. Sung Kim allowed himself a small smile. Years of secret preparation had paid off. Humanity had demonstrated something remarkable. Intelligence was the ultimate weapon. The alien fleet was gone, not destroyed, not defeated in traditional combat. Simply vanished. A message to the universe that humans were not to be underestimated. That technological innovation could trump perceived military superiority. That sometimes, the most powerful response is the most unexpected one. The quantum displacement had worked perfectly. Humanity had won, without firing a single traditional weapon. The universe would never be the same, and Earth remained untouched. A silent guardian of an incredible secret, waiting for whatever might come next.